So, Caitlin Clark just had one of the greatest stats lines you would ever see, both in the NBA and the WNBA. I've not watched those highlights, but from what I saw, she was incredible. I don't even want to go into the whole Rookie of the Year thing in this video because I'm really beginning to get annoyed about the whole discussion. The whole debate is really ridiculous at this point. Some things I am seeing. I mean, come on, like it's almost like people are trying to equate rebounds and assists now. Like, I mean, assists, that particular statistics where you need your teammates to actually catch the ball and make the shots, compared to the one that sometimes you could grab your own missed shots. I mean, come on. And I'm not one of those people that is trying to say that all of Angel Reese's rebounds are all her missed shots. No. But I'm just trying to show you the difference. Rebounds are all in your hands. Assists, you actually depend on people to actually make the shots to get an assist. So it's really ridiculous, some of the opinions I've been seeing, to be honest with you. I don't like this whole, and we also what happened yesterday with injuries, like that. I don't want to accuse Tina Charles of any conspiracy here, but it did seem like she was trying to help Reese get that 10th point to make it a double-double. And which is weird because she's the one that holds the record for most double-doubles in a season. But it could also be her way of welcoming the youngster, passing the torch. I don't know. It's all weird to me. But the way I'm seeing people hype rebounds, I've never seen it. I've never seen so much hype about rebounds in my whole life following basketball, NBA. I've never seen it. A guy like Sabonis had 1 million straight double-doubles last season. No one cared. It wasn't even part of anything, any discussion whatsoever. So it's ridiculous. Anyway, let me just check out these highlights, then I'll say what I want to say at the end of the video. Whoa! Look at that. That is why she sometimes has a turnover, because look at that pass. The player may not catch it sometimes, and it happened a lot during the start of the season, where some of her teammates just didn't know that she's going to give them the ball, and that is why her assist numbers have started going up, and she will lead the league in assists before the end of the season. That is very clear to me right now, because her teammates are beginning to know when she's going to put the ball and are ready to catch it a bit better now compared to the beginning of the season, where they were just dropping passes all over the place, and the turnovers were now attributed to Clark, which is just so stupid.
Ball by Katie Lou Samuelson and Caitlin on a dime right there.
Clark working on Van Loo. Oh, Clark, pretty step back, hits a three.
Got a little separation. Stems from the body. That is usually when they call an offensive foul. You can lean a little, you can dip that shoulder. That could also be the reason why the change in the starting lineup for Katie Lou Samuelson guarding Stephanie Dolson to start the game.
Woo! Okay. Nice defense. Nice defense. I don't actually think, I'm not one of those people that looked at that 3 blocks, 5 steals, and I'm like, oh, Clark is an elite defender. I don't think she will ever be an elite defender, and that is cool. That is okay. I just don't think she has the body to do the job defensively and also give us what we expect from her offensively. I mean, do you know what it means chasing someone on the perimeter all game? It's very difficult. So she will need her backcourt partner to be a better defender, to be someone so that they can hide her a bit, like the Warriors used to hide Steph, like Harden used to be hidden, Doncic, players like this. There are very few players in the guard position that could give it offensively and also give it defensively. Michael Jordan comes to mind. Kobe Bryant comes to mind. I would go with LeBron because LeBron is kind of a wing, kind of a big, whatever. So it's almost impossible to be able to do that in the defensive end and also give us what they're supposed to give us offensively. So personally, I feel, even though some Fever fans like Mitchell, I don't really like her. I think she's kind of a ball hog, even though recently she has started improving when it came to her ball hogging. She has started, buying in a bit. But I think Clark cannot be the better backcourt defender. than a backcourt partner. Like that can't work. That cannot work. Like you won't win games. You can outscore some teams, but you will never be able to be elite enough to be able to beat the better teams. You need someone that can defend. Someone like a Dejounte Carrington, could help. But I don't think she'll want to join the FIFA. I don't think she likes Clark that much. And also Nalisa Smith, she's good rebounder, can score a bit, but she can't shoot. Personally, I think Clark needs to play with, because the way they guard her so heavily to a point that I think that she has to have the floor spread out, everywhere spread out. I'm okay with Boston because you still need some big person. But the person that is playing the four has to be able to shoot and also be able to defend. Now, Lisa Smith is none of that. She's the worst defensive starting four in the WNBA, and she cannot shoot. So the FIFA are going to be able to outscore some teams. I mean, they won the Liberty, but if you watch that game, the Liberty, their shots were not just falling. That was just it. The FIFA had horrible defense in that game as well. The shots just weren't falling. That was just what happened. So I think eventually, if Mitchell is okay coming off the bench, being a sixth woman, winning sixth woman of the year, that is okay. That is fine. But starting with Clark, I just don't see it. I think you need someone that will be able to help hide Clark defensively.
14 from the field, but they've got a 5-point lead.
Look at that. Everyone following her.
14 from the field, but they've got a 5-point lead.
Look at that. Even this defender is coming in. I mean, come on. Look at the gravity.
Clark circling around.
It's crazy.
Samuelson 5 run here for the Mystics after the Fever rattle off the first 5. Clark trying to answer, and does with a 3.
Well, that'll get you back in it quickly.
This is exactly what Christy Sides warned against after that big win on Saturday, not having a letdown. Still a long way to go here as Clark feeds it into Wheeler for the
Oh! Those kind of passes were being dropped at the start of the season. At the start of the season, those type of passes were being dropped by our teammates. And obviously the turnover will be attributed to Clark for some reason. But it seems our teammates are beginning to be ready for the passes now.
Recognize Shatori Walker-Kimbrough has no idea right here where Erica Wheeler is. It's a great backdoor.
As Enkler misses on a 3 ball, and here comes Clark. This is where the Fever are dangerous. Clark gets it ahead. Wheeler.
Look at that. You hear what the commentator said? This is where the Fever are dangerous. Run and gone. That's why I don't think Christy Sides is the right coach. They need to go and look for an NBA coach that is into analytics, that is into the analytics game, They need to run and gun. They need to play like Mike D'Antoni system. A 7 seconds or less, run and gun. I think that is where Clark would excel. And I know that kind of a game, that kind of style of game is not encouraged in the W. But Clark and the Indiana Fever could be the team that starts that revolution. They could be. They have the perfect player for that. To start that evolution of run and gun, analytics-driven style of basketball. They have the perfect player to start that revolution. But unfortunately, I think the GM is trash. The GM is an old school. She's almost, 90 years old. She's an old school kind of GM. And the owner doesn't seem to care about the team. If I were Clark, if I'm advising Clark, I would tell her to start exerting her power. She has so much power. That owner will want to keep earning all this money that he's earning. He would want to do that. So get some NBA people in here. Get an NBA GM like a Sam Hinkie, who wasn't given a chance to do what he needed to do with the Sixers. Get someone like that. Get a coach in the mode of Mike D'Antoni, whatever. Or let Sam Hinkie pick the coach. He will pick someone like that. Seriously, like, could you imagine Clark playing in a D'Antoni system? Seriously, run and gun. Oh man, God, I can't even imagine it. I can't imagine it. Like, that is the end of whatever the WNBA is trying to run this, because the WNBA is in their 90s, 80s phase currently. Everything is about the big person, the big post player. Like, that's why rebounds are so highly regarded for some reason, because everything is about post players in this league. But if Clark and the Fever come in here with some run and gun, 3-point shooting, they will destroy this league. Seriously.
To go.
Just run. I guess he determined that Ariel Atkins had possession.
Clark to switch on to Dolson, steps back and buries a triple.
Steph Dolson's in drop coverage.
I mean, look at that.
And the screen is so good.
Kimbrough, she will launch.
Woo!
A nice pass there to
Woo!
Clark.
Oh!
Smith with the finish. Brilliant.
Look at that! Look at that!
Run! This can happen. What a delivery.
Woo!
Clark behind the back to Smith. 2 points. Going to reach in. It's going to be hard to take it away from her. Plus the quickness.
Clark working her way inside, back to her pass, Lexi Hull. Washington's missed
Man.
5 shots of the fourth. Here is Clark turning on the Jets. Clark gets to the rim.
That should be a foul. That should be an and one.
Indiana has numbers here. Clark looks to take advantage. Clark launches.
Whoa!
Push.
I mean, they were so behind. I think they were up to like close to 20 points behind, which is ridiculous against a team like the Mystics. But this is what the Fever will always go through. They cannot defend. They just can't defend, and that is what will keep happening. Unfortunately for them, until they make some roster changes, which I don't think they're ready to. Even some, I see some Clark fans saying, "Oh, keep Mitchell, keep Nalis." Look, these ladies are all nice, but they cannot defend. Yeah, you need some defenders on your team. You need some people to be able to defend.
Runs. You run hard. Look at all that space.
3 minutes left to play in this one, and the hill is steep. 12 points. The Fever looking to erase. Here's Clark, catch and shoot. Hits a three. And another turnover. And Clark beats the pack back.
You see that last turnover? I mean, that is the kind of turnover that Keyshawn Johnson thinks Clark does all the time. But that's not what the kind of turnover she has. That kind of turnover, Clark probably has it like 1 or 2 a game. The rest of it is because of some of the passes that she's trying to tread. It's just some of the arguments I'm seeing, the dishonesty in some of the arguments I'm seeing. It really boils my brain. And some part of me doesn't even want to check out any of this anymore. Like rebounds and assists. Rebounds have never been something that would give someone an award. Really. Like, I mean, maybe defensive player of the year, you could contribute for a defensive player of the year. But something like an MVP or a rookie of the year, I mean, come on now, come on. It's just ridiculous, like one of the kind of things I'm seeing, arguments I'm seeing about this whole thing. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This was incredible. This lady is just incredible. And I don't think the Fever are the right organization, because I don't think they will have the balls to do what needs to be done. The Fever will have to start, I think the team that Clark is will have to start the revolution of analytics. That is not really a thing in the WNBA currently, but you have basically the perfect prototype of a player to start that kind of revolution. And that starts with the GM and the coach. I don't even blame Sites like that. I think Chrissy Sites is a defensive coach. I heard she's a defensive coach, and I think she could be a defensive coach. Unfortunately for her, the players on the team are not good defenders. There's only so much that she can do. And offensively, I don't blame her, because she was a defensive coach. She was a defensive assistant. She was forced to become a head coach. So I can't really blame Sites, to be honest with you. I can't really blame Chrissy Sites in anything. None of it is her fault. This is a GM and an organization problem, not a Chrissy Sites problem. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one.